Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Farmskiville. Today we're going to work on constructing our own miniature egg-laying mobile hut thing. We'll get down to working on the thing that the hens will use to lay their eggs in. Now, when I was building the movable pens and the mini eggmobile before, it was the very end of wintertime or the very beginning of springtime. I don't remember. So the weather down here was very nice, and there was a low chance of rain each day. So we could kind of leave things just sit outside. Well, we can't do that. Definitely have some storms over to our west. We'll just have to keep an eye on the weather, see what happens. What I tried to do is have everything on the golf cart that we have to put under cover, so if we need to, in very short order, we can move it into the shed and then leave the rest of the stuff out where it won't be affected by the rain. I know one of the things we gave some consideration to is maybe building a small pavilion in the future or some kind of a pole barn. That way you can work on projects like this during the summer and you don't have to worry about the rain chasing you in. We'll see, maybe. Since we're kind of sticking with our small scale model, we'll be using one of these wagons again. It's something we picked up from Tractor Supply. It's got a rating of 1,400 pounds, proving to be a very nice wagon so far. Haven't had any tires pop yet or anything break or snap or bend. Of course, we're not using them too hard, but anyhow, this will be the base for our egg-laying movable mobile hut mobile thing stuff. You can see that I took the sides off of the wagon. Essentially what we'll be doing is we'll be building a wooden frame onto the wagon, and we want it where you can remove it pretty easily, and we thought the easiest way to remove that frame is to take it off the side so you're not building the frame through the sides of the wagon. I use my little hand motions here to show you what I'm thinking, you know. Anyhow, we would start by building a frame around the base, and it will sit on that base. Next, we'll have uprights on the four corners. I'm thinking probably about 3 feet tall. And then up here, we'll build a frame that will be the same as the one below it. And from there, I think we'll be good to put the laying boxes in. Essentially then, we also need to put a roof on the top of it, and this roof is going to be fairly substantial in its width, because when we have rain blowing in from the sides this way or this way during rainy season, we don't want the laying boxes getting wet. If I was ever to need to take the frame off of this thing, I want it so you can essentially lift it off. Essentially we're going to be using zip ties in different spots to hold the whole frame down. And what are you doing on my wagon, chicken? As has been said before, we're going to use pressure treated lumber for the base of our wagon as we're constructing the frame. This pile of lumber has been sitting here for roughly 6 months. It has been covered. I took the cover off of it just a few days ago. And mostly we have a couple 1x2s here. We have some 2x2s sitting here. And then we have 3 10-foot sections, or possibly 12-foot sections of 2x4s sitting here. And I think probably we'll be building most of our frame using the 2x4s, since the laying boxes, which you'll see later, have some weight to them. So I have the first part of our dimensional lumber cut, which will be the bottom part of the frame on the wagon. This is what it looks like. I have our longer 2x4s that'll run on the sides of the wagon. That will join to the shorter pieces at the front and the back of the wagon, like so. Now I just need to screw them together. We have half our first step done. What I did was I drilled one screw into each place that we're going to join together on this frame, just to hold it in place. Now I'll show you the length of this screw. That's it right there. And these are, oh, what size are these? Looks like a 2 1/4, maybe 2 1/2. Huh. Yeah, 2 1/2. So that's a 2 1/2 inch screw. This one's a bit bigger. And then I also have ones that are a little bit bigger than this. Probably by a 1/4 of an inch, maybe half it. That looks like more like a 1/4 of an inch. I'm probably going to drive a couple of these gray screws in for at least the bottom, because that's the part that's going to take most of the weight. So I'll put a few of these in and then we'll continue. So I'm done drilling in the other screws. Essentially now we have 3 on each corner. And so now this frame is good and solid. It ain't moving. So I do want to put a middle piece in that will run from the top here to the bottom, and that piece will be used to also hold the frame up. Essentially, we're going to form a little bit of a lip. I'm going to work on constructing what that lip looks like now, and I think after I have the final product, it'll make a little bit more sense what it was that I was putting together, if that makes good sense to you. I left plenty of room front to back. I guess I just need a bigger hammer. That's what I need. A bigger hammer. See if I got a bigger hammer somewhere. So I got done putting that middle piece in, and it looks like it's sitting okay. So I got it resting on the wagon in the middle, and actually this piece of the wagon here is keeping it from going down too far. That's okay, but this back corner I had to slam on to try to get it to fit. So I may back those screws out and adjust it 1/8 of an inch, and then it should fit. It should fit just fine. And I think I need to get the chickens fed. It's about time. So I'll go do that now. Okay, so it's getting kind of dark out. Been hearing a lot of thunder around, saw some lightning. I think it's going to be about time to quit. But before I do, I did work on this corner, and I got one of the screws to back out. The other one, I think I stripped it good. I don't think it's going anywhere. If I ever have problems with it, I'll put like an L bracket on it or something to make it solid. But I don't think this is going anywhere, really. I got 3 screws in it, so we'll be okay. I'd only shifted 1/8 of an inch anyway. The next step then is going to be to put some additional pieces of lumber on here that will maintain my spacing here. I want that kind of spacing here and kind of all around. So what I have on here is some 2x2s, and we'll put them at different spots here, here, and so forth. Maybe another one here, and we'll go all around here, and that will maintain a height on this frame so that it's even the whole way around. Not that that's a big deal, but we'll do that next. So I'll just have to run some screws in from here, 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 so on and so forth, to hold that 2x2 to the inside. And then from there we'll put our uprights on, and then we'll put the top of the frame that will sit up here. So I think that's going to be it for today.